conversation is still about investing in shares, and in this video we are going to look at how to sell shares on the DosiKaa app or on the other online platforms that gives you access to the Nairobi Securities Exchange, including the ZD Trader platform. So why is selling shares on the Nairobi Securities Exchange important? Or why is it important that you need to understand how to sell the shares that you already own in the Nairobi Securities Exchange? Remember, you benefit from shares in two ways. That is the capital gains and the dividends. And for you to realize the capital gains, you have to sell. Even if the shares moves from 5 shillings to 20 shillings, but you have not sold, that is just a paper profit, and you only get to realize the profit after selling. So any investor, any shareholder should be able to understand how they go about selling their shares in the Nairobi Securities Exchange. What is the best price to set when selling their shares, so that they can get to realize their maximum gain. And that is why it is important that you get to discuss this. So let's get to discuss this so that you can be able to understand how to sell the shares. In case you have more questions on buying and selling shares on the online platforms, that is online platforms that enable you access the Nairobi Securities Exchange, drop them in the comment section. They might form our next video, and we will be able to get to continue learning from each other. Before we dive into the conversation, allow me to appreciate you for always coming back to watch our videos. Ensure to give us a like, give us a comment, and in case you are coming across this channel for the first time, welcome aboard Finance Focus with Andrew, a platform here we engage in conversations that endeavor to enhance our financial literacy. Consider subscribing to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime you get to post a new financial tip. Now let's get into the content of this particular video. And remember, we are not discussing when you should sell shares, why you should sell shares. I'm assuming that you already know enough about investing in shares, and right now you have already made a decision to sell one of the companies that you have. So this is on the how part to go about selling shares. For more information about understanding how, when to sell and all that, you can check our other videos. We have done a lot of talks about investing in shares, but this is on the practical bit. This is focusing on now the process itself. Now you have decided you want to sell your shares in the Nairobi Securities Exchange, and you have logged into the app. We started by showing the list of shares that are listed in the Nairobi Securities Exchange, and you'll go back to the same list and select, identify the share that you want to sell, and click on it. For this example, we are going to use ABSA. Now once you click on ABSA, again you'll get to see a few information about the particular share. That is the price, that is the record, that is the history of the price of that particular share. You can see 1 week, 2 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or whatever range that you want to see. Now, but our main interest in this video is selling. So once you click on sell, this is what you get to see, and this is now what brings some bit of confusion. Now here we are. We want to sell the shares. The quantity, you know what you want to sell, and the limiting factor is what you own. If you own 1,000 shares, you cannot sell 1,001. If you own 100 shares, you can sell a maximum of 100 shares. So the quantity depends on what you want to sell, and it is limited to what you own. That is quite simple. That is quite clear. Now the price. The price is now where it gets interesting. You can see that the market price of the ABSA share, as at the time I was taking this screenshot, was 33.3 shillings. That is the market price. But hapo kando unaona wanakutempt, wanakuambia nini? Enterprise between 30.05 and 36.05. Now that is a very big range. And of course we are selling shares, so we want the best price. We want to get the highest possible price. So what is the best price for us to pick from these prices that have been given in this chart? Do I go for 36.65 to get the best benefit? What is the danger of taking that 36.65? And what is also the danger? Why should I not pick 30.05? Now, let's start by 36.05. We are human beings, and every human beings want more. The higher the price, the better, because we are selling. but it is not advisable to go for the 36.65. Remember, Nairobi Securities Exchange is a market like any other. For you to sell, there must be a willing buyer. Ukienda kwa soko na nyanya zako, useme unataka kuuza shilingi 10, but in that current market the price of tomatoes ni shilingi 7-8, nyanya zako utarudi nazo nyumbani. No one will be willing to buy. The same as shares. The market price is at 33.30, but we una insist kuuza on 36.65. Hakuna mtu atanunua kutoka kwako, utaenda nazo nyumbani. You will not get someone to buy those shares, so that order will not go through. That is the risk of taking 36.65. Now 30.05, if you get to set a price of 30.05 and the market price is at 33.3, that is a scenario like watu wako kwa soko, kila mtu anauza nyanya 10 nyanya 10 nyanya 10 nyanya 10, then we utokee pale na nyanya zako useme nyanya 3 bob nyanya 3 bob. Of course everyone will run to you wanting to buy from you, but utakuwa umefanya hasara. You will not have gotten the anyway, haitakuwa hasara. Maybe you bought the shares at 20, you sell at 30, but kuna kagap fulani, kuna pesa fulani utakuwa umepoteza. Like you will not have maximized your deal. Utakuwa umefika the optimal profits that you will have made. So that is the danger of setting the price being on the lower side. Now the average price rise around the market price, but there is something else that can give you a guide of what the market is saying on that particular counter. Now there is that order book. The order book shows you that shows you the trades that are going on that particular counter. The bids, that is the demand. These are people willing to buy. So the people are willing to buy the shares at 33.40, 33.05, 33 flat, 32.95, 32.90. So that is it. That is what people want to buy. But what are people willing to sell at? So the people are willing to sell at 33.45, 33.50, 33.60, 33.70, 33.90. That is what people are asking. Those are people who are selling now. Yes. Those are people who are selling. The bids, that is demand, people who want to buy. The supply is people who are selling, and of course people who are selling want more money. So maybe if you come and set your price at 33.4, 33.5, 33.6, you are in line in the market, and chances are there kuna mtu atatokea pale kwa buyers, and they want to buy your shares at 33.4, that 3.5, and that is it. That is the whole logic, because there must be a match between the seller and the buyer for you to be able to sell. So look at the order book and get to determine a price that resonates with the market at that particular time, and again a price that gets to resonate with the market price at that particular time. Now, when you are selling your shares, is it guaranteed that you'll be able to sell your shares? Unfortunately, no. We have said that for you to make a sale, there must be a willing buyer. Maybe at that particular time you want to sell the shares, there won't be a willing buyer in the Nairobi Securities Exchange at that price, and that is how you end up not being able to sell your shares. So you can put an order inakanga 3 days floating, and if there is no match to fulfill that order, it's cancelled. So if you get such a scenario, it means that you need to place another order with another different price that resonates more with the market price at that particular time for you to be able to sell your shares. So that is how you can go about selling your shares on the DosiKaa app, on the ZD Trader, on the FidaM Trader, on the Digi Trader. Hizo zote, the concept is basically the same. I hope you have understood something maybe you did not know, and in case you have more questions, drop them in the comment section. In case there is something that I have left out and you might want other people to know, drop it in the comment section so that we can be able to learn from each other. Till next time, stay financially woke.